There have only been 3 oil paintings by Amrita Sher-Gill that have ever appeared in the auction market within India. Amrita Sher-Gill, she is just this screen idol, beautiful artist who lived between 1913 and 1941, and she was the daughter of a Sikh aristocrat and a Hungarian opera singer, and she was a very talented painter. Her art career was only 10 years. This painting, Little Girl in Blue, was painted in 1934 as soon as she returned from Paris. This was a phase when she was still in her sort of very Gauguin-esque phase, because she was very inspired by Paul Gauguin. The painting actually depicts a little girl. One of her cousins was named Babit at the time. And Babit was 8 years old during the time of the sitting. And funnily enough, we learned that Babit today goes by the name Babet Man, and she's 92 years old. She didn't think much of it at the time because she was 8 years old, and you know, Amrita Sher-Gill would tell her, stop fidgeting, and so forth. So Babit was a beautiful girl, and her mother, when she was faced with receiving this painting, she didn't really like it. She didn't like it because, first of all, she thought that she painted her in a sort of odd style because they were thinking it would be more realistic, more like a photograph. So, and secondly, she thought that she painted her a little bit too dark-skinned. They rejected the painting, and the exchange between Amrita Sher-Gill and Babit's mother goes along the lines of, well, I thought you were going to paint it the way more realistically, like a photograph. And so Amrita Sher-Gill told her mother, well, then if you wanted a photograph, you should just take a photograph. And you know, so then she kind of said, well, don't worry, it's not too much trouble. I'll just reuse the canvas. So the family actually thought that the painting was lost forever, I mean destroyed, that Amrita actually reused the canvas. And the interesting thing about this painting as well is after this, then Sher-Gill went into a much more sort of Indianized palette. So this is sort of that transitional phase between her Parisian and her Indian painting style. We learned from Babit that she later, in that same year, painted the very famous painting, The Three Girls, which is in the National Gallery of Modern Art. And Babit told us, well, that was actually a family. Those are my cousins. That was a family of 5 sisters. But the reason that the eldest 2 weren't chosen for that painting is because they were married and their husbands didn't allow it. So the 3 cousins that were depicted were her unmarried cousins. And you know, now today, that is such an iconic image as well.